Dear ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of testing us at both ends. When we're down, it pushes us to rise, and when we rise, it tempts us to forget where we came from. But the secret to lasting success, the secret to walking in strength, is learning how to stay grounded while aiming higher. Because when your roots are deep, your reach can go further. 10 key points of the speech. Staying grounded means never losing sight of your values, no matter how high you climb. True greatness is built on humility, not arrogance. Your foundation determines how high your future can rise. The higher you go, the stronger your roots must be. Grounded people inspire trust. Aiming higher gives others hope. Growth without grounding leads to collapse. Every great dream starts with small, steady steps. Staying grounded reminds you of who helped you along the way. Aiming higher challenges you to reach beyond your comfort zone. Balance is the key. Honor your present, pursue your future. Staying grounded means never losing sight of your values, no matter how high you climb. Because here's the truth, success has a way of making you forget. The moment you start climbing, doors start opening, opportunities start pouring in, people start applauding, and it feels good. But if you're not careful, the very applause that celebrates you can seduce you into becoming someone you're not. Staying grounded is choosing to remember who you were before the spotlight, remembering the prayers you whispered when no one else was listening, remembering the promises you made when no one else was watching. It's knowing that character matters more than compliments, integrity matters more than invitations, and your inner strength is more valuable than the outer stage. When you stay grounded, you live by principles, not by popularity. You don't compromise just because the crowd is clapping. You don't shift your values just because the trend is shifting. You hold steady to what you believe because you know that every blessing you're walking in didn't come from luck, it came from grace. And grace demands gratitude. That's why staying grounded doesn't make you smaller, it makes you stronger. It reminds you that no matter how high you go, you're still standing on the same foundation that carried you through your beginnings. It's easy to let success redefine you, but when you're grounded, you refuse to be defined by titles, positions, or possessions. You understand that if all of it were stripped away, you'd still be valuable, still be loved, still be enough. That's what being grounded does. It roots your identity in something deeper than circumstances, something unshakable. Because the truth is, if you lose your ground while you're aiming high, you'll build a tower that looks impressive but has no stability. And one strong wind, one heavy storm, one unexpected test can bring it all crashing down. But when you're grounded, even in the storm, you're not shaken, of course. Here's ***, large expansion of key point 2 *** from ***, stay grounded, aim higher, * without subtitle and without conclusion in the same Stephen Furtick inspired style. Aiming higher is not about chasing someone else's dream, it's about daring to step into the fullness of your own. Too many of us stop at good enough. We settle for average because average feels safe. We convince ourselves that we should be satisfied, that maybe dreaming bigger is selfish, or maybe reaching higher is impossible. But let me tell you this, if your dreams don't stretch you, then they're too small. If your vision doesn't scare you, then it isn't vision. It's just comfort dressed up as ambition. Aiming higher is about refusing to be boxed in by what people said you could or could not do. Maybe someone told you that you weren't smart enough, strong enough, talented enough, or worthy enough to go further. But aiming higher means breaking the ceiling they tried to place over you and daring to believe that there is more inside of you than even you realize. It's lifting your eyes above the limitations and saying, I was made for more than this level. I was designed for greater heights. The truth is, aiming higher will always require you to leave the safety of the familiar. It will demand risk, sacrifice, and faith. It will mean stepping out when you don't have all the answers, climbing when you can't see the top, and stretching when it feels uncomfortable. But that's where growth happens. That's where strength is built. That's where purpose is discovered, because comfort zones never create champions, only challenges do. And here's the beautiful thing, When you aim higher, you give permission to others around you to aim higher too. Your courage becomes contagious. Your pursuit becomes a beacon of what's possible. By aiming higher, you're not just lifting your own life, you're lifting the standard for everyone connected to you. So don't shrink to fit into small expectations. Don't lower your vision to make others comfortable. Look up, stretch out, and keep aiming higher, because there's a greater level waiting for you that you haven't even touched yet. Absolutely. Here's a *** large expansion of key point 3 ** from *, stay grounded, aim higher, * without subtitle and without conclusion, written in a Stephen Furtick style flow. When you aim higher, distractions will always show up to try to pull you off course. The enemy of your next level is not always failure. Sometimes it's the noise around you. People will criticize you, question you, misunderstand you, and even discourage you. Not because you can't rise, but because your rising makes them uncomfortable with their own standing still. That's why you must stay focused, focused on the vision, focused on the purpose, focused on the God-given assignment that burns within you, even when others can't see it. Distractions don't always come as loud storms. Sometimes they come in subtle whispers, voices telling you to settle, to quit, to stop pushing, to be like everybody else. Sometimes it's the lure of comparison, scrolling through everyone else's highlight reel and doubting your own progress. Sometimes it's the weight of past mistakes telling you you're unqualified. But hear me clearly, when you know who you are and whose you are, you don't have to let distractions define your direction. You rise above the noise because your eyes are fixed on something higher. Think about an eagle. It soars not by flapping harder, but by rising higher above the storm. When the winds are against it, it doesn't panic. It spreads its wings and lets the very wind that should push it down lift it up. That's the picture of what happens when you aim higher. You don't waste energy fighting distractions. You shift your perspective and rise above them. The very things meant to break you end up building you. So when you feel the noise, when the chatter gets loud, when the weight of distractions tries to hold you back, remind yourself, I wasn't built to live down here. I was created to rise. I'm not going to waste my focus on proving myself to others. I'm going to use my focus to pursue what's ahead. That kind of focus builds endurance, and endurance produces breakthrough. Stay focused, stay hungry, stay determined, because the higher you aim, the less room you'll have for distractions that try to pull you down. Of course, here's a ** large expansion of key point 4 * from *, stay grounded, aim higher, * without subtitle and without conclusion, written in the passionate and uplifting style you asked for. When you aim higher, you must learn the discipline of patience. Because aiming high doesn't always mean you get there instantly. Seeds take time to grow, dreams take time to unfold, and destinies take time to manifest. And in that waiting, many people get discouraged. They think if it hasn't happened yet, maybe it never will. But what if the delay is not denial? What if the waiting is not wasted? What if the ground you're standing on right now is preparing you for the place you're aiming for? See, patience is not weakness. Patience is strength under control. It's choosing not to give up when you don't see the results yet. It's believing that every small step, every prayer, every act of faith is building something greater than you can see. Think of a skyscraper. Before it ever touches the sky, workers spend months, sometimes years, digging deep into the ground, laying the foundation, pouring concrete that no one claps for, no one celebrates, no one sees. Because the taller the building, the deeper the foundation must be, and the same is true for your life. If you're going to aim higher, you've got to let God dig deeper. Sometimes we're so focused on where we want to be that we forget the beauty of where we are. Right here, in this season, is where character is shaped. Right here, patience teaches you to trust beyond what you can see. Right here, you're being built to carry what you've been praying for. Don't despise the waiting. Don't rush the process. Don't settle for shortcuts, because shortcuts may get you there faster, but they won't keep you there longer. When you stay patient, you begin to see that every setback is really a setup. Every delay is a detail in the bigger plan, and every season has purpose. You may not see the full picture yet, but higher doesn't happen overnight. It happens step by step, moment by moment, day by day, and if you'll stay patient in the process, you'll look back one day and realize the waiting wasn't holding you back. It was actually preparing you to soar. Here's a *** large expansion of key point 5 ** from *, stay grounded, aim higher, * without subtitle and without conclusion, written in a Stephen Furtick style passionate delivery. When you aim higher, you must understand that setbacks are not signs of failure. They are setups for strength. Too often, people believe that obstacles mean they've taken the wrong path, but in reality, the presence of resistance is often proof you're moving in the right direction. Think about it. Planes don't take off with the wind at their backs. They take off against the wind. The resistance isn't there to stop them. It's the very force that gives them the lift they need to rise. The same is true for you. Every challenge you face is not meant to bury you, but to build you. Every closed door, every disappointment, every rejection has the potential to teach you something that comfort never could. Comfort never produces growth. It's the weight of resistance that builds strength. Just like a muscle grows only when it's pushed to the point of resistance, your spirit grows when life pushes you into uncomfortable, stretching situations. But here's the key. You can't let the pain of the process blind you to the purpose of the process. Too many people quit halfway because it feels too heavy, too hard, too overwhelming. But if you stop at the resistance, you'll never experience the reward. The resistance is shaping your endurance. The resistance is refining your vision. The resistance is reminding you that aiming higher is not easy, but it's worth it. When setbacks come, don't see them as the end of your story. See them as a chapter in the bigger story God is writing. Because sometimes the very thing that looks like it's holding you back is actually the thing pushing you forward. That tough season, that closed opportunity, that no, you didn't expect. It all becomes fuel to strengthen your wings so you can soar higher when the timing is right. So don't fear the resistance, embrace it. Because the harder the wind blows, the higher you'll be lifted. And every time life pushes against you, remember it's not pushing you down. It's preparing to launch you into a level you never thought possible.